guys. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay, drop a number 1 in the comments below if you're catching me live. Drop a number 2 in the comments below if you're catching on the replay. Drop your location, type it in there. Tell me where you're listening from. I always like to know where my face is reaching. I'm back from Phoenix, Arizona. Super excited. I had a ton of takeaways from this event, hi Bonnie, that I went to. Jarek Robbins spoke to us, and I got a crap ton of takeaways from him, and just the overall event was amazing. And I'm just tired of doing the same thing over and over again, like self-sabotaging, not being consistent, just not doing the damn thing. And at some point you're just like, ugh, like when will this ever end? So if that sounds like you, and you're tired of just screwing yourself over and you want to know the tips and tricks on how to stop, drop me some thumbs up in the comments below so I know you're listening and I know that you're excited. I had to pop off there for a second because for some reason, like, Facebook was possessed and started playing my video, like, in the different toolbar. It was really weird. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you what I keep doing to screw myself over. So I am very consistently inconsistent. It is something that I have been challenged with pretty much all the time. Sima, I hope I said your name right. What kind of conference did you go to? So I went to, it's called Epic. It is a keto self-development award ceremony for the company I represent. So it was an awesome experience, but Jarek Robbins was there, Tony Robbins' son. He spoke to us and he just gave us some great perspective. So, okay, so I'm consistently inconsistent. If you are consistently inconsistent, drop a me in the comments below. It's just something that I've always noticed about myself. Like, I would go really, really hard for, a couple days and then just drop off, right? And it's just something that I'm just tired of doing. I'm tired of saying that I'm a consistently inconsistent person. There's things that I would like to do to manage my time. There's things I would like to do in terms of daily method of operations called a DMO. So you just, these things are, you are not going to go to bed until these XYZ things are done. So that's part of the daily method of operation. I want to manage my time better. They're just things that, one day I'll wake up and I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to work from home, which is a challenge among itself, right? And I'm super grateful that I get to be my own boss. But when you get to be your own boss, you have to be your best boss, worst boss. And if I were to join my team, I'm not sure that I would want to join my team right now. Or if I was an operations manager, looking at me as an employee, would I hire myself? And these are kind of things that I think we should have some perspective about. And, I don't want to say this whole new year, new me, 2019, I'm freaking great, right? And all of you guys are great too. And that's not to be conceited. It's just you're fine the way you are, but you can always refine or level up. So if you're ready to level up and you want to know what I'm doing to level up, drop me level up in the comments below. So first things first, the biggest takeaway that I got from Jarek Robbins is when he was asking, he's like, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish this year? And I just started thinking, I'm like, well, financially, I want this. And, I want to build a big team and I want to sell, a bunch of ketones and I want to do this and this and this and this. And it's just all that's great, but what does it take to get there was his next question. And it was such an eye-opening thing because you can't get to your financial goal. You can't get to your fat loss goal. You can't get to any goal if you don't do the little things to improve yourself 1% better every day, right? I forget the term that he said. It's kick the can something. If you were there in the room with me, Kat was there, Rochelle was there. What was the phrase? He said just you have to kick the can a quarter of the way instead of trying to kick it 3 miles, something like that. And every day you move yourself forward so that you are actually going to achieve your goal versus writing down this grandiose goal, like I want to make $1 million, and then like not doing the little things it takes to get there. And like that has been my story for a really long time. I'm not doing the consistent things to show up all of the time. So sorry about that. I'm going to turn yes, I actually do have 2 phones, believe it or not. That's another thing I will go into. So my first thing is, today was a huge revelation. It was something that I noticed like in Phoenix that I was doing. Number 1 is like waking up early, like point blank period, whether you wake up early to go to the gym, it doesn't matter if I am the worst morning person. Like you can ask ex-boyfriends, you can ask Rochelle who might be on here. I am the worst morning person. Like I hate being woken up. I hate being like, if I'm dead asleep and someone wakes me up, like I turn into like a nasty person. Like I just need my sleep. But I always notice that like when I wake up in the morning, very first thing, like don't argue with my alarm. Like I get up and I just go do the damn thing. I am so much more productive because I'm up and awake and I'm not just like moseying out of bed and like have no plan of action. Like it's just like you get up, you go to the gym, you come home, you execute. So that's what I've been doing and I'm feeling really good about it. So I'm getting up early. The next thing I'm doing is I have this cool thing. I'm not sure if you can see it, but behind me, it's probably backwards. But it says consistency, right? So like that's my goal for 2019. Like my absolute 1000% goal is just be consistent. So I have these things on there. So one says being consistent with my gratitude. So I'm going to open up my journal and think about things that I am grateful for. The next thing is like my daily method of operation. Like how do I want to move my business forward? What do I want to do in my business every single day? How many customers do I want to reach out to? How many phone calls do I need to have? How many conversations do I need to have about, new connections do I need to make? Have that's all down and ready to go. And then follow-ups, like how many people do I need to follow up with? Those types of things. And then movement, like that's being consistent. I want to be moving. Meditation, that is something that I'm huge into now, and I never was a morning person, and I was never really into meditation. And I think there's something to be said about taking 15 minutes to just breathe and relax and plug into yourself and like be in the space of presence versus waking up, going to the gym, executing, and like completely like just not even connected with your own body. Does that make sense? So that's the other thing I'm going to be doing. And then journaling. So I would like to obviously write out my gratitude, but also journaling like my intentions for the day. And those, just anything that's on my mind, just get it out of my mind and onto a piece of paper. If I'm like feeling like I'm self-doubting, or if I am really amped up, like I just want to document those feelings to get it out of my head so that it doesn't overcrowd what I'm really overall here meant to do, right? So just being consistent in those types of things. So my suggestion to you is really just wake up super early. The dogs, of course, are going crazy because it is that time of night. And the other thing that I'm doing, which leads into like why I have 2 phones, is I took Facebook off my personal phone. Joe! So sorry, guys. So I took Facebook off of my personal phone, and my emails and things like that, because I think how many of you guys, when you wake up in the morning, you turn your alarm off and then you go right into Facebook and you're just like, holy crap, I have a bunch of messages, or, Joe, come here. Sorry. I don't think this will ever change. I will always have dogs barking on my lives. But how many times have you guys like open up your messages and then you just like chase the red notification, like who said this? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Do you know you actually block your creativity mode when you do that? So you really have to, I took it off my phone and I got a work phone and I have my personal phone. So just really setting those boundaries of, okay, now it's my work time. Now is my personal time. That has been a big thing for me, and it's only been a couple days. So I don't know if this has been helpful for you guys. I really hope it has been. But stop chasing those notifications, Kat. Really be intentional about what your work is. Your best times in the morning to be creative and like work out are really in the morning. So I suggest just waking up and doing the damn thing. So if you guys got value out of this, please definitely share. I would really, really appreciate it. I hope you learn something and take some tips out of my playbook, and I will definitely keep you updated on how this is going. But I definitely see some positive changes. You know, we can't radically change everything overnight, but we can strive to be 1% better every day. And these are some ways that you can stop screwing yourself over. All right, guys, I love y'all. I will talk to you later. Bye.